Walton Simons? What the hell are you doing in a bookstore? Don't you try anything, you got that? I'm heavily armed.
Eh? Oh, you must be mistaking me for Walton Simons. I am simply Walton Simons.
Huh?
See the caps? My name isn't capitalized. That's because I'm the guru, the pseudo-minister of true lies and bearer of flaming eyes Simon's avatar. The caps are for the other Simons, okay?
Oh, I see. Well, no, actually, I don't, but whatever. So what are you doing in this bookshop?
This is the fan fiction shop. It's a bookstore set up by Chris and I. Most of the books are written by the denizens of Forum City, although we also have a comprehensive Deus Ex section for fan fiction reference material.
So you must know quite a bit about Deus Ex, eh?
Yes.
Tell me about the AIs.
I now have full access to your systems. Icarus is one scary dude. He's a copy of Daedalus, just modified for loyalty. MJ-12 didn't want this one to get away. Icarus uses his echelon powers to the fullest, striking JC every step of the way. Everett was only able to defend JC and Daedalus for a couple days until Icarus could break through, and do who knows what to JC and Daedalus's minds. A particularly good scene happens with Icarus in Paris right before the catacombs. Just try answering a phone in an office building.
Sounds cool. I'll have to try that once. How about Daedalus?
Deep in Mount Weather, Daedalus was brewing. It was Echelon 4 and MJ-12 solution to the amount of uncensorable information flowing through Internet 3. MJ-12 was having particular difficulty in content recognition, so they decided on creating an AI that could decide for itself what to censor and alert MJ-12 about. Unfortunately, right away, a pattern-matching error occurred within Daedalus, and it classified MJ-12 and the Illuminati as terrorist groups themselves, and escaped onto the internet. In a sense, a blip of Daedalus's code is on every computer terminal and device on Internet 3. That's how Daedalus's architecture works. He isn't concentrated into one clump of code. Instead, he becomes the internet, in a way.
I would have loved to be there to see the faces of those MJ-12 people when Daedalus categorized them as terrorists and ditched them. So where does Morpheus fit into all this?
God was a dream of good government. Morpheus is cool, very insightful, and a prototype for Daedalus. He was built by Everett, whose heuristics language allows Morpheus to convey the highest and most succinct tier of any pyramidal construct of knowledge. Everett still uses Morpheus to spy on people, but Morpheus is trapped in Everett's systems. He can view the internet, and that's all unlike the other AIs. Everett also seems to use Morpheus to entertain guests with Morpheus's profiles on themselves. Morpheus also supplies what I think to be one of the best conversations in the game.
Yeah, that conversation is really good. No doubt about that.
As for the other AIs, you'll have to ask Chris.
There are other AIs? Oh yeah, I guess we're missing Helios. But I didn't know there were more. Guess I'll have to ask him about those. Could you tell me what the Order of the Cincinnati is?
Although only mentioned once in a book in Deus Ex, the Order of the Cincinnati are quite interesting. Created in 1783 by George Washington, the Order of the Cincinnati was a military force designed to overthrow the U.S. government if democracy failed. They had the power to temporarily suspend the Constitution when needed. They hide under the guise of being formed to recognize those who had served in the Revolution. Washington resigned as president after only 2 terms in office, but remained president of the Order of the Cincinnati till his death. The Order still exists to this day.
Yeah, if you believe that kind of crap.
Of course, but in Deus Ex, everything you read on paranoid websites is absolutely true.
What's the other Walton Simons doing in FEMA? What is FEMA anyway?